Guinness World Records never fails to surprise us with the most bizarre, mind-blowing, and sometimes downright unbelievable achievements. Let's dive into some of the craziest records ever set. First up, we have the world's smallest printed book. This tiny 22-page marvel, called Shiki no Kuzabana, showcases Japan's seasonal flowers. Measuring just 0.75 millimeters per page, with characters only 0.01 millimeters in size, this book is truly a microscopic masterpiece. Speaking of unique body features, a father-daughter duo from New York holds an unexpected Guinness World Record. Both have the world's widest tongues. Byron, 57, leads with a 3.39-inch tongue, while his daughter, Emily Schlenker, isn't far behind at 2.87 inches. Talk about a tongue-twisting family record. But if you think that's wild, wait until you meet Kim Goodman from Chicago. She holds the world record for the most protruding eyes, popping them 12 millimeters out of their sockets, just by yawning or sneezing. This strange ability started after a freak ice hockey accident, and now she can do it anytime she wants. Now, let's move on to some extreme feats of teamwork. In India, a modified Royal Enfield 500 motorcycle carried a jaw-dropping 58 people at once. Every single team member trained rigorously for 6 months and followed a strict diet to make this record a reality. If motorcycles aren't impressive enough, how about a bicycle that stands 25.4 feet tall? French duo Nicolas Barrios and David Peyrou spent 3 years designing and building this towering ride, complete with a 52.5-foot chain connecting the pedals to the rear wheel. Now, let's talk about some record-breaking tongues. Meet Adrienne Lewis from Michigan, who holds the record for the longest tongue in the world at an astonishing 4 inches. She can lick her nose, chin, elbow, and even her own eye. Now that's talent. From tongues to underpants. Yes, you read that right. Gary Craig, better known as the Underpants Man, managed to squeeze himself into 302 pairs of underwear at the same time. Meanwhile, in Ontario, Canada, a man wore 260 shirts at once to break another Guinness World Record while raising money for his child's school. Some records are just larger than life, like Maxie Mounds, who holds the title for the world's largest fake, with each implant weighing nearly 20 pounds. Or the world's largest pair of jeans in Guangxi, China, which stands 250 feet tall and weighs nearly 4 tons. Coffin-making record. An Austrian carpenter crafted 707,335 coffins over a span of more than 30 years. That means, on average, he built over 60 coffins a day without a single break, for 3 straight decades. Now that's some mind-blowing dedication. If you think getting struck by lightning once is terrifying, imagine surviving it 7 times. That's exactly what Roy C. Sullivan from Virginia did, earning him the record for the most lightning strikes survived by a single person. Now, let's blast off into space. The International Space Station, ISS, is the largest, heaviest, and most expensive artificial satellite ever built. With a total investment and maintenance cost of $150 billion, the ISS weighs 420 tons, stretches 74 meters long, and spans 110 meters wide. Feeling hungry? How about the world's longest noodle, which measured an incredible 3,084 meters, crafted by 20 chefs in China? This record-breaking noodle took 17 hours to make using 40 kilograms of flour. When it comes to height, Macy Curran from the US set the record for the world's longest legs at just 17 years old. Standing 6 feet 10 inches tall, her legs alone measure over 53 inches each. And speaking of size, Jason Rodriguez Hernandez from Venezuela holds the record for the world's largest feet, measuring nearly 16 inches long. Cygnus, the cat, has the world's longest tail at 18.5 inches, while his brother, Arcturus, is the tallest cat ever at 19.7 inches. Meanwhile, Big Jake, the tallest horse in the world, stands at an imposing 6.9 feet tall. Then there's Machi, an 8-year-old Saint Bernard with the longest dog tongue ever recorded, 7.3 inches. And Harbor, the dog with the longest ears, measures a whopping 13.4 inches. Back to humans, Ashrita Furman from Brooklyn, New York, holds the record for the most Guinness World Records ever set, over 600. To this day, more than 200 of his records remain unbeaten. Let's not forget the heaviest twin brothers in history, Billy Leon and Benny Lloyd McCrary. In 1978, they were officially recognized as the world's heaviest twins, with a combined weight of nearly 1,500 pounds. On the topic of extreme births, in 2021, Halima Cissé from Mali made history by giving birth to 9 babies at once, all of whom survived, setting a new world record. Some talents are just beyond comprehension. Moses Lanham, aka Rubber Legs, can twist his feet 180 degrees backward and walk like it's nothing. Meanwhile, Ram Singh Chauhan from India has been growing his mustache since he was 15 years old. It's now a record-breaking 14 feet long. Style also has its records. Japanese fashion designer Kazuhiro Watanabe set a Guinness World Record for the tallest mohawk, standing at an impressive 3 feet 8.6 inches. And when it comes to national pride, Romania holds the Guinness World Record for the largest national flag ever made, measuring 350 meters long and 227 meters wide. Some records are just pure fun, like the largest gathering of people running in sumo suits in London's Battersea Park, or Joel Strasser, who once stuffed 3,500 toothpicks into his beard. Even hair has its champions. Even Dugas from New Orleans, Louisiana, holds the record for the largest natural afro, measuring a jaw-dropping 4 feet 4 inches in circumference. Think wigs can't break records? Think again. Helen Williams, Nigeria, built a Guinness-certified wig so massive it could cover a Mini Cooper, 12 feet wide with 800 bundles of chestnut hair. Some records make you do a double take, like 60 people squeezing into the world's largest pair of underwear, or the world's largest bra with a chest circumference of 102 feet. Finally, let's wrap things up with some truly jaw-dropping feats. Chad Fell from Winston County, Alabama, landed himself in the Guinness World Records in 2004 for blowing the biggest bubblegum bubble ever. With just 3 pieces of gum, he managed to puff up a bubble that stretched an incredible 20 inches across. And if you think that's wild, how about stuffing 459 straws into your mouth at once and holding them there for 10 seconds without dropping a single one? That's exactly what Manoj Kumar Maharna, a 23-year-old from Odisha, India, did to secure his own jaw-dropping record. These records prove that the world is full of surprises. Which one amazed you the most?